Good morning, everybody. How are you all? I hope you are all safe at home. I am very happy to meet you on this online classes. For this, I would like to thank our principal, Mr. Rajaravu sir, who gave me this opportunity. He is trying very hard so that your studies are not kept in backward. I hope these online classes will be useful for you. Now I congratulate each and everyone who had promoted to 9th class. Now let us enter to our 9th class mathematics SCRT. This is our maths textbook, and these are the topics we are having in this year. There are total 15 chapters. Now let us start our first chapter, real numbers. Before knowing our real numbers, we have to recall our previous chapters, our previous classes. So, before going to know about real numbers, we have to know our number system. Number system. So, what is a number system? Number system is nothing but expression of a number. Expressing a number. Let me give an example. When we have done a mistake, our mother gives a slap. And when we have done a good job, our mother may hug us. So these are the two expressions or emotions that are given by our mother. Now in the similar way, in the number system, whatever we are saying, we have to express in the numbers. Just like 1, 2, 3, so on. So for this, let us take an example. When we are alive, that means we can take it as positive 1. And when we are dead, that means we have considered, it can be considered as -1. And when we are in the mother's womb, it can be treated as 0, that is neutral. So we can consider, or we can say the numbers in our daily life in different ways, like -1, 1, 2, 3, so on. God had created numbers and we are using the numbers in different ways. Now, number system is nothing but expressing a number in numerical sentences. Now, the number system. In number system, all the numbers in mathematics are treated as complex numbers. Complex numbers. It is denoted with the first letter of this as C. Now the complex numbers, the complex numbers are divided into two parts. Those are real numbers and imaginary numbers. Real numbers and imaginary numbers. Complex numbers are divided into two types, that are real numbers and imaginary numbers. Again, real numbers are divided into two parts, rational numbers and irrational numbers. Rational numbers and irrational numbers. Again, the rational numbers are divided into three parts, those are natural numbers, whole numbers and integers. Rational numbers are divided into natural numbers, whole numbers, integers. Number system is nothing but whatever the numbers we are taking, those are represented with complex numbers. Complex numbers are divided into two parts, real parts and imaginary numbers. Now the real numbers are again divided into rational numbers and irrational numbers. Again the rational numbers are divided into natural numbers, whole numbers and integers. Already we have learned the natural numbers, whole numbers and integers in our previous classes, 6th, 7th and 8th classes. Now we are going to know about real numbers. Real numbers are nothing but union of rational and irrational numbers is called as a real number. Real number is nothing but union of rational and irrational numbers. So first let us once recall that what are natural numbers. Natural numbers are nothing but all the countable numbers are called as natural numbers. So it is denoted with the first letter of natural numbers as n, and it is can be written as a set of 1, 2, 3, so on. We are having infinite number of natural numbers, and the whole numbers are nothing but the set of natural numbers along with 0 is called as whole numbers. So it includes natural numbers and along with 0. So 0, 1, 2, 3, so on. Here we are having infinite number of numbers. Now the integers. Integers are nothing but both the positive and negative numbers along with 0. So on, -3, -2, 0, -2, 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, so on. So here we can see that the natural numbers along with the 0, that is whole numbers, and the negative numbers are included in the integers. Now the rational numbers. Rational numbers are in the form of p by q. Rational numbers are in the form of p by q. Rational numbers are represented with q, because rational numbers are also called as quotient numbers. Rational numbers are also called as quotient numbers. So the first letter of quotient is q, so it is represented with q. Q is equal to p by q. It is in the form of p by q, where p and q are integers. P and q are integers, and where whatever the denominator we are taking, q must not be equal to 0. The rational numbers are in the form of p by q, and p and q must be integers, and where whatever the denominator we are taking, it should not be equal to 0. Now let us take an example, 2 by 3. If you had observed that 2 by 3, it is in the form of p by q, and 2 is an integer. We are having in integers both positive and negative numbers and along with 0. So 2 is an integer, and along with that 3 is also an integer, and we can observe that here the denominator is not equal to 0. So it is in the form of rational numbers. So rational numbers, once again we can recall that rational numbers must be in the form of p by q. It should be in the form of p by q, where p and q must be integers. P and q must be integers, and q is not equal to 0. So this is a rational number. The opposite to this rational number is irrational number. Irrational number. Irrational number is nothing but the opposite to rational number. The numbers which are not in the form of p by q, not in the form of p by q. And so whatever the numbers which we have taken in the not in the form of p by q are called as irrational numbers. Basing on the divisibility rule, the rational numbers are divided into two parts. Basing on the divisibility rule, rational numbers are divided into two parts. Those are terminating decimals and non-terminating decimals. Terminating decimals and non-terminating decimals. Basing on the divisibility rule, the rational numbers are divided into two types. Those are terminating decimals and non-terminating decimals. So terminating decimals and non-terminating decimals can be seen by some examples. What we are going to know? Terminating decimals. Basing on the divisibility rule, rational numbers are divided into terminating and non-terminating decimals. So now the terminating decimals are nothing but can be known by taking some example, like if I had taken 4 by 5, what we said? By the divisibility rule. So now let us divide the number 5 divided by 4. Since 4 is not divisible by 5, so let us take a point, that is 0 point. Now the 0 adds here. 5 4s are 5 8s are 40. So the remainder is 0. When we are dividing 4 by 5, we are having the remainder 0. So when we are having the remainder as 0, your quotient is 0.8. So it is not repeating here. So it is called a terminating decimal. Whereas non-terminating decimal, non-terminating decimal. So this also can be known by an example 10 by 3. So 3 divided by 10. We know that in 3 table 10 cancels, 3 3s are 9. The remainder is 1. So I have to take a point and the 0 here. So again 3 times 9. The remainder is 1. Again 3 times it is point is there, so you have to consider 0. Again 3 times it is 9. If you had observed here, the process is continuing. There is no end for this and there is no zero, remainder 0 here. So these type of values are called as non-terminating decimals. Terminating decimals are nothing but the value ends at a certain number. Whereas non-terminating decimals, it keep on extending the values. If you had observed here, the remainder is 0 and the quotient is 0.8. So the value had stopped here. Whereas here 10 divided by 3, we can observe that the value of after the point is repeating continuously. So these are called as non-terminating decimals. Now let us see that how to represent rational numbers on a number line. First of all, whenever we have to represent a number line, we have to take a line. And at the middle you have to represent 0. In the right side you have to take all the positive values. And in the left side you have to take all the negative values. So this is the number system, this is the number line how we have to represent. So now let us see that how to represent rational numbers on a number line. Rational numbers on a number line by taking some example from our textbook. Now let us see that represent 5 by 3. Represent 5 by 3 and minus 5 by 3 on the number line. We have to represent the 5 by 3 and minus 5 by 3 on the number line. If you had seen this, whatever we are taking, the number line should be represented like this. So first draw the line. At the middle you have to take it as 0. So whenever we are representing rational numbers, you have to observe the denominator part. So the denominator part is 3. So we have to cut the values to equal 3 parts. So now let us take it as 1 by 3. The denominator is 3, so you have to consider, you have to divide 3 parts. So 1 by 3, 2 by 3, 3 by 3, 4 by 3 and 5 by 3, so on. So now if you had observed here, 3 by 3 is nothing but 1. Now we have divided the right side, that is in the right side we have divided into 3 equal parts. So 1 by 3, 2 by 3, 3 by 3, 4 by 3 and 5 by 3. Similarly you have to take the left side. 2 by 3 minus 3 by 3. Minus 3 by 3 is nothing but minus 1. Minus 4 by 3 and minus 5 by 3. So after representing this in this way, if it is given 4, you have to make it into 4 equal parts. If it is given 5, the denominator, you have to convert the decimals to 5. So now represent 5 by 3. Now if you had observed this, it is in the right side here. If you had observed minus 5 by 3, it is in the left side, because the negative values lies in the left side and the positive values lies in the right side. So this is the way we can represent the rational numbers on the number line. Now let us see that rational numbers between two numbers by mean method. Now we can observe that how to find the rational numbers between given any two numbers by mean method. So by using mean method, we are finding the rational numbers between two numbers. So let us observe this from our textbook example 3. So question is given that find two rational numbers between 3 and 4 by mean method. We have to find two rational numbers between 3 and 4 by mean method. We know that mean is nothing but sum of observations by number of observations. Mean is nothing but sum of observations by number of observations. For our easy calculation, it can be written as a plus b by 2, because we are having two numbers here. So 3 plus 4, 3 plus 1, a plus b by any numbers unnai ikkada rendu. So we have to take it as 2, a plus b by 2. So now 3 plus 4 by 2. 3 plus 4 by 2 is nothing but 7 by 2. So one of the rational number between 3 and 4 is 7 by 2. So it can be written as 3 less than 7 by 2 less than 4. Now we had founded only one rational number. It is asked that to find two rational numbers. Two rational numbers. So now let us see that one more rational number. Now we are having the rational numbers 3 and 7 by 2. Here 3 is called as a and b is 7 by 2. So again the formula a plus b by 2. So a plus b by 2. It can be written as 3 plus 7 by 2 by how many numbers we are having? Two numbers. So it can be written as by 2. Now take the LCM for 1 and 2. LCM for 1 and 2 is nothing but 2. So the LCM is 2 here. Now in one table 2 cancels 2 times. 3 2s are 6. Plus in 2 table 2 cancels 1 time. 1 into 7, 7. By 2. Whole by 2 is there. So 2. 6 plus 7, 13. 13 by 2 by 2. So it can be written as 13 by 4. So the first rational number is 7 by 2 and the second rational is 13 by 4. So it can be written, we can say that the two rational numbers between 3 and 4 is 7 by 2 and 13 by 4. So it can be written as 3 less than 7 by 2 less than 13 by 4 less than 4. So these are the two rational numbers between 3 and 4. So I hope you had understood that. Now let us take our homework. These are the two questions for tomorrow homework. So complete and send me through WhatsApp. So thank you one and all. I hope you all understood.